Live. All right. Good evening. It's Friday night. You know what that means. It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports4U. Live on YouTube. I'm John. That's Mark.
Yeah.
Nick Frisbee back on Tuesday. Live on your TV screens, your mobile devices, your laptops, your desktops, on YouTube, X, and on Facebook. Yeah, we're back on X. So we're back. Shout out the Lakers in 5. Salute to you, fam. Good to see you in the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button for Sports4U podcast. Follow us like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Sports4U podcast. Follow me at John Watson 0984 on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Mark on Instagram at Hi I'm Mark and at Hi I'm Mark1 on Twitter. Follow Nick on Twitter and Instagram at 99gorilla. Got the Dodgers and the Astros on right now for the Friday night game on Apple TV Plus. Bella, what's up with you, girl? Good to see you. Drake City in the building.
Bella, what up with it?
And this is the way of the future now. Games being streamed. Games are being streamed everywhere. So the Dodgers game is now, they're playing the Astros tonight on Apple TV Plus, and then they'll be back on their regular network for the weekend. But that's a good place to start. Obviously, streaming is now taking over the world as we know it, as far as with broadcasting. It seems like everybody is streaming, whether it's on Netflix. What up, Christy? Whether it's on Netflix.
What up, Chrissy? I'm super. I hear that, Bella.
Prime.
Super, you heard?
Haha, I get that. I saw what you did there. Prime.
Shots goes to the support of the brand.
Yeah, but get your merch. And don't get Sports4U merch. Shut the fuck up. So Houston said Dodgers have a better luck with Elroy and Astro. F the Astros. Cheating ass Negroes, man. Anyway, but streaming. This is what it's come down to. And obviously the big story in the world of streaming is the NBA TV deal. Christy said, y'all show always brings a light to my day. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. That's what we're here to do. We're here to try to make sure that any bad part of the day is better when you watch the number one sports podcast in the world. So shout out to you, Christy. We'll see you in a couple of weeks when we talk some NFC and AFC North from the two-a-days. Bella seconds what she just said. So thank y'all. All the support is very, very. What would you say?
That's something.
Oh yeah. So all the support is much appreciated. We love it. We need it. And y'all have been so good to us, and we're gonna repay y'all the favor. I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you know. I'm getting the calendar ready, but it'll be in a couple of weeks. Shut up, Fat. Oh, Sean. Say Fat, man. Fat just out here just be hating. Like, Fat just out here just be hating, man. Anyway, as I was saying about streaming, it's the way of the world. Everybody's watching everything on streaming. I said this a few years ago when I saw the Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they set records for streaming for CBS platforms. I think they were streaming on their CBS Sports, and it's like in the infant stages of them streaming on Paramount Plus. But
come on, potheads.
You're paying for watch sports now if you're watching it on cable. I'm getting there. But shut up, Fat. Fat just being a hater today. But
go get college, dog.
Yeah, just being a hater, just hating today. But the reason I'm bringing this up is obviously, like I said, the story today, the story of the last week, month, whatever you want to call it, has been the NBA TV rights situation, and now it's been reported that so NBA did talk to obviously ESPN, Amazon, NBC, and obviously Warner Brothers Discovery, who owns TNT, and it sounds like the NBA they're ready to move forward in the future of how games are watched. Look at this. Dodgers down 4-0. Like some straight females.
He didn't get no hit.
Yeah, he out there hitting the wind. That's all he's doing. Okay, that's not the news. But prayers out to you, Freddie Freeman.
Wait, what happened to 43?
He left the team. His son is sick, so he left the team. He was with the team in Houston, but the story was this: his son has been dealing with some infection or something, 3-0 max. So after the game Wednesday against the Giants, he went straight to the hospital. Was there all night. Then came and played in the afternoon game yesterday against the Giants. He did travel to Houston, did his routine, but then he made a decision to go back and be with his wife and kids. So he's now on this trip, and hopefully we'll see him maybe when we get back west to San Diego next week or to Oakland next weekend. But send some positive vibes to Freddie Freeman. But back to this story. So as I said, TNT now, they let Amazon at the table, and Amazon came with an offer that pretty much is, as they say in business terms, the offer you can't refuse.
Offer you can't refuse.
So, because they're thinking about how to elevate the game going forward with broadcasting. And that's pretty much what's going to happen. And that's pretty much what's happening right now. So it was being reported that the deal was finalized, an 11-year deal, $76 billion for NBA to broadcast their games. What up? What up, Dre? To broadcast their games on NBC and Peacock. NBC and Peacock for streaming, ESPN, ABC, and now Amazon Prime. They're not going to buy the TNT show, but if they're out of a job, they will offer them employment. Whatever.
Ernie not leaving TNT.
He's not. Ernie's not leaving. But on the other hand,
Dre, what up with it?
The other three. Now, I said this. I was talking to Trey about it today, and I've been saying it. I was talking to my man Robert Wilkins about it. I think Charles Barkley saying that he was going to retire was a bunch of BS. Because I think he used that as leverage to try to see if they can get if the NBA will have some sympathy. Speaking of Trail's in the building. What up? How's everybody's Friday? What up, John? What up, Mark? 2 times. And yes, and birthday to Bash. Absolutely. Happy birthday to Young Bash on yesterday.
Kill it,
yeah, so I think Barkley doing that was like, okay, why would you wait till I think he picked a bad time to announce it. You announce it on NBA TV. If you were really serious about retiring, why didn't you just announce it on the last night of Inside NBA? Jay Guido, what's up with you, brother? Hey, man, follow this dude, young kid right here, Jay Guido. I'm Fullerton. He's doing some good things, cleaning shoes, mentoring kids out there in the OC area. We're going to get you on to talk about that, man. Jay Guido's out there on Twitter. He's a good dude, man. I met him at the softball game. He's doing real dope, a real true sneakerhead. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. Barkley going to bark. Yeah, he definitely barking. But here's the thing. Look, and I read Barkley's statement that he posted on Instagram, which is still crazy to me, the fact that he actually went on, now on social media, still to this day. And like part of it, he's saying that what up, Sam? He was saying obviously that the NBA chose money, owners over fans. I'm like, that was always that was always the priority.
It's always been a business first.
I'm trying to figure out when did this now become breaking news that the NBA was prioritizing money over fans. Oh, it's very messy, Jay. It's very messy because this could have all been resolved one way. Don't let Amazon at the table. And shout out to my man Hooper Zex. I hope he's watching because he said it in the comment section, I think last week or a couple weeks ago, that David Zaslav, who's the
David Hasselhoff?
no, David Zaslav, who's the president and the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. He's a piece of crap, and basically he knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So now they want to bring out. They're saying they're going to sue it. They're filed a lawsuit against the NBA.
Why?
Basically saying that this was that they acted that they didn't act in good faith. I'm like,
is that a suitable offense?
No, it's not. The NBA dropped the ball, and I know like people were saying. I know I saw your tweet, Dre. I saw my tweet from my man David 100. And that's what we're saying, Sam. And it's not the NBA. It's not, and it's not on Adam Silver. He works for the owners. I got to remember that.
Mm-hmm.
If Barkley really thought the owners cared about inside the NBA, he had another thing coming. Now he went on Dan Patrick's show today, and I swear I love Charles Barkley. To me, he's on the Mount Rushmore of analysts just because of his just because he's about to just say anything off the rails. But he went out and said that he wasn't talking to. He'll never work for ESPN, right? So he'll never work for ESPN. So, but they said but he's already talked to him, and he said if TNT wouldn't honor his deal, he had to consider his options. But I thought he was retiring. Drain said F capitalism. That's beyond Adam Silver. He's good at well, no, it's not. If the owners really, if TNT really thought the owners really cared about them, they should have just stayed at the table. And let's be clear, and Sam just said it, Inside the NBA been on for 35 years. Before Barkley and Kenny Smith got there, nobody gave a you-know-what about Inside the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in a second, Christy. Yeah, quarterback. Trail says, TNT suing like an ex-girlfriend getting mad because you chose not to re-up. not to re-up. Sam says, and besides, it's been 35 years the NBA has been on TNT. It's been a great ride, but it's time to move on. And I don't want to see. And do we really think Charles Barkley and Shaq gonna do this for another 11 years?
Nope. I got another 4 at the most.
And we mostly have Prime anyway. So what we're paying extra for is just a cultural loss for me. ESPN is more. Well, I agree with that. But I wouldn't rule out whatever Amazon does, because the people who work at Amazon are the same people who basically put on Thursday Night Football. So they're going to get the right people. Now, I know everyone's going to try their best to try to get a bidding war to try to get the Inside the NBA crew on ESPN or NBC or Prime Video. But everyone's focusing on ESPN. It's more about TNT versus Amazon. And I'm just going to say it. TNT's going to lose this battle. Oh, we're going to talk football in a second. Oh, we don't talk about the trail. Dre said, I love corporate beef. Yeah, it's big business versus big business. That's all this really is. She said, I wouldn't say move on, but the TNT show was, and it will be. It's the greatest studio show for basketball in sports. But like I said, if you go back to the early days of Inside the NBA, it was only Ernie and a bunch of guys. It was either Fred Hickman, Peter Vesey. Then eventually Kenny got on, and it started getting a little more attention. Fast said Shaq was horrible anyways. And then they got Charles Barkley right after retirement, because people don't remember this, Mark. Mm-hmm. When Barkley went to TNT, he had a choice between TNT and NBC. Now, luckily, he made the right choice going with TNT, because NBC got out of the NBA business and all the rights went to ESPN and TNT. So say he would have took the NBC deal, he'd been out of a job in a year anyway.
Yep. Say he took the right job. Like him.
Sam says, I wish the NBA had a deal with Fox Sports or return to CBS. Man, please. Fox got a lot. They got to work, man. They got a lot of work to do. If they want to they got to get their money up. They're focused on, they got the NFL. They're good. My man Jay Guido says, stay at the table. Inside the NBA is a pillar for the NBA, but but they're gonna make that best business move for them. You know, it's TNT versus Amazon. TNT's easily gonna lose. Christy says, I feel like the Inside NBA would be super watered down if they go to ESPN.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's also where their leverage is. And it's the same thing like how Pat McAfee got on ESPN.
Oh, they already got the
they got their standard already set.
And they got a following already.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna mute Charles Barkley or Shaquille O'Neal. If you're thinking you're doing that, then you're in trouble. I personally think they're going to end up probably on either NBC or Amazon.
I think it's done.
I think they're going to end up either on NBC or Amazon. I'll definitely miss the Gone Fish segment. No, it's going to be all right. Like Trail said, every great show comes to an end. Ernie's a TNT lifer. I don't see him pulling up for another network. I don't either. Trey said, but this isn't the early days. People watch now. Many of us watch the games we don't care about, tune into them. Chuck's YouTube clips are hilarious. And they're going to be hilarious because I don't think he's retiring. I think he's either going to go to NBC or Prime. Father, what up, B? He's going to either go to NBC or Prime, and then that's going to be it. They can pull up Pat McAfee and just license the show. I think they're going to. I think that's why everybody wants to get into the inside the NBA business. What did you make of all this drama, Mark? I haven't talked too much.
No, you're good. This is a good segment. I'm with Trill. Unfortunately, I think it's gonna come to an end. I can't see the inside NBA show moving to another network and without Ernie. And I don't think Ernie's going nowhere. I think if it's not TNT, Ernie's probably gonna retire himself too. It's unfortunate, man. I do think that I do wish the NBA could have stayed on TNT. But money talks, man, and everything's a business. It's not just about this deal; it's about the next deal.
Right. Watch 5 years into this deal, they're gonna be already talking about the next deal, and that's going. And this deal was $76 billion.
Yeah, no, we might be seeing a couple trillion somewhere around there. At that point,
that's money you can't even count, dude. Sam said, but it's gonna be great here in the NBA on NBC thing. By the way, shout out to Mike Tirico. Saw him on the opening ceremonies for the Olympics. He's going to be actually.
He could do a podcast with Draymond. They are hilarious together.
Well, I mean, he still got his podcast with Ernie, and I don't know if that's through Turner and Bleacher Report, but he still got his podcast with Ernie, the Steam Room.
Yeah.
So Chuck is gonna get paid. Chuck's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate, but I do think business wise, moving forward wise, being on Amazon is gonna be good for the NBA.
Oh yeah. So we'll see how it goes. But like I said, we got a whole year. We got a whole year until this ends. So
who retired first? Charles Barkley or LeBron?
Probably Barkley. Probably Barkley, man. And he'd already retired as a player, and then he retired as an analyst. So LeBron outlived his career. That's what outlived him as an analyst and as a player. Hey, Dre, we'll get in. Hey, should we make this announcement? Or are we gonna wait till Nick get here Tuesday? You see what Dre's talking about?
We can kind of tease it a little bit right now.
We're considering starting a Sports4U fantasy football league. We already got me. You got your host, myself, Mark, Nick Freeze, True, and we're looking if you're interested, hit us up, and we'll try to we'll work something out and let you know how the process will go. You told me about it, Christy, but we had just really talked about it after the fact. All right, well, we got 3 people already. Trails, Christy. Okay. All right, so we got 4 spots available. Jesus Christ, this is just God.
This is insane.
Well, all right. We'll talk to you. Look, when we get the details finalized, we'll let you know.
We got you, Dre. We got you, Trail. We got you, Christy, and Jay want to get in there, right?
Jay Guido, yeah. When we get it done, hey, this is Christy's. What? What we gonna make? So we gonna name this the Christy League? I mean, if she wants to copyright, I'm not gonna. I don't want to get in trouble for copyright infringement. So,
no, we'll do it.
We'll get when the details get finalized, we'll set something up and let y'all know. But yeah, Sports4U Fantasy Football League coming soon.
Big facts.
You never played. Jake Widow, you never played? Oh man, you missing out, brother. Especially when you win. But go oh, he's a Vikings fan. Oh, we got a Vikings fan in the house. We got Bears. We got 2 Bears fans in the chat.
Do we know anybody who is a Lions fan?
I do. One of our loyal supporters, the teacher out in Detroit, he's a Lions fan.
So we have the fan of everybody in the NFC North.
You guys fan of everybody in the NFC North.
We got Doc, a Green Bay fan.
Yeah, shout out to Doc.
Christy and Fat.
Yeah, and now my man Jake Guido. I didn't know he was a Vikings fan. I just met him. He said damn Bears. Oh, okay. All right. Let's yes, I'm gonna go back to the Olympics topic. I watched the opening ceremonies today. It was off the hook. It was good. Shout out to obviously they had shout out to Peyton Manning and was on the broadcast with Tirico and Kelly Clarkson. Snoop was there carrying the torch.
Of course, Snoop was.
And then obviously all the countries they went across a boat. It was like a boat. It was a boat parade.
It's kind of crazy.
So they went on a boat parade, and I think USA and France had the most Olympians. I think USA almost had 600 Olympians on one boat, led by LeBron James and Coco Gauff as their flag bearers.
Wait, you said? Oh, okay.
Right. Jake Guido said, "Yeah, that's right." Minneapolis, the same colors. Chris Carter. Hey, they don't know about Chris Carter anymore. It's like that, though, Guido. They don't know about that. They don't know about that. I like it. It's Snoop sea walking, carrying the torch. Yeah, well. Yes, and everyone can make an appearance on stream. Oh, don't worry. We'll definitely talk. We'll definitely get it. We'll definitely get it going. Yeah, everybody playing. I guess we done started something. Now everybody happy. That's why it's Sports4U. That's why it's the Sports4U and friends. During the Olympics, the ceremony, shout out to the U.S. and the Nigeria and the Nigeria. Of course, that's Sam's native country. So shout out to Nigeria.
Shout out to Nigeria, yeah.
But it was great. It was a great ceremony. It was a great opening ceremonies. Like I said, LeBron and Coco Gauff were the flag bearers for Team USA. They did something different with the torch lighting. So they had Rafael Nadal get the torch. This is final Olympics, playing tennis. He's retiring. He's on a boat. It's him, Serena, Carl Lewis, and they take the boat, and then it becomes a passing of the torch to some of the most famous French Olympians. I saw Tony Parker there and a lot of other players, people I wouldn't have known. And then it ended with the oldest living Olympian from France, a guy who was 100 years old, was able to pass the torch to 2 other Olympians. And they lit the torch, and you had Celine Dion performing from the Eiffel Tower. We'll let you know what day. We'll let you know, but it probably will be a Friday. We'll let you know what day. What? Chris is asking when to drop. We'll talk about it. But it was a good ceremony, and I can't wait for the Olympics. What's some of y'all? I want to know. What are some of y'all favorite? What's some of y'all events y'all looking forward to the Olympics? Obviously, I'm looking forward to see how competitive the men's basketball is, and you already know this is starting this whole debate about the Dream Team or Team Team. By the way, I got a
question for me.
We have a task for us during this show. I saw this last night on Access Sportsnet Lakers. I think we can do it too. Basketball for me, track and field, obviously, seeing the swimming. Those are like my 3 favorite events to watch. So it was cool seeing Phelps. I had no problem with. I know some people was wondering why was Peyton Manning involved, why was Kelly Clarkson involved, why didn't have more Olympians on the broadcast. I had no problem with it. That was entertaining. Peyton Manning's funny as hell. Kelly Clarkson, you can tell she got real emotional seeing Celine Dion sing. Seeing her sing. We all know.
What'd you just say about Drea?
Drea said she's down with the gymnastics.
Oh.
Shout out to Simone Biles. Saw her parents. Snoop actually interviewed Simone Biles' family, so that was cool. But yeah, seeing Simone Biles and obviously this team, the track and field, Sha'Carri Richardson, Noah Lyles, obviously the men and women basketball, seeing Katie Ledecky on the swimming. It's going to be really interesting seeing Michael Phelps obviously out there. Seeing Michael Phelps out there, as an analyst. I saw Dwayne Wade's going to be one of the analysts on the basketball coverage.
What about his?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Fingernail polish.
Nope. No, it's just Dwayne Wade. But I think they got a good. It's good. Oh yeah, it was cool. It was great meeting you too, bro. You was a cool dude, man. That's why I'm gonna have you on. I want to talk to you about this thing, about this journey you on. And it was very inspiring talking to you. Sorry, he had his breads on down at the All-Star game.
What?
Trell heard you, dog.
What? I just asked if he was gonna bring his fingernail line up.
Nah. First of all, did that even exist, or was that just an idea? Nick's been on assignment. He'll be back on Tuesday.
I need everybody to do me a favor. Y'all fuck with me, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow, everybody go spam Nick. It's his birthday tomorrow.
That's right.
So everybody go spam him and tell him happy birthday. You heard?
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go wish
y'all go show Nick some love, man.
Y'all wish the great Nick Freeze a happy birthday tomorrow. And make sure you send him a bunch of love tomorrow. Send 99 Gorilla a bunch of love. Yeah, tomorrow's Nick's birthday. He'll be back on Tuesday, so y'all can send him more love on Tuesday as well. But
75, Dre.
Joe Louis was 75 years old. Nick Freeze was 75 years old when he fought Rocky Marciano. Who he fought? By the way, Dodgers still losing 4-0 to these whole ass Astros. But yeah, it was good to see. But I mean, LeBron James becoming the first male basketball player to be the flag bearer, and shout out to Coco Gauff as well, being the flag bearer. It was major. It was major.
That's fire.
It was major, and I'm happy, and I was happy to witness it. Saw Jokic, Beth at Team USA. That's the first game for the men's basketball is against the Serbians.
When is that? Tomorrow?
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning.
So 8:15 our time. So it'll be like on NBC. It's either gonna be on NBC USA or you can stream it on Peacock probably.
Easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah. Shout out to the Commodores.
Coco Gauff, another beauty. Okay.
But yeah, shout out to Coco.
How old is she? 22?
And she's not enough to be our daughter. I'm staying away from that.
That's crazy.
But I want to see her win some gold though. I want to see all USA to win. I want USA to definitely win in America.
What y'all thinking of what?
Win in the medal count. Jay Guido said, "Go ahead, Mark."
What do y'all think about the All-Stars versus Team USA for the women's? I loved it.
Oh, we talked about it on Tuesday. That the All-Stars came with something to say, as Andre 3000 said back in the day.
Yeah.
Enrique Lumbawale going out there getting All-Star game MVP with 34 points in the second half.
Hooper.
Clear message.
Nah, it was good. I love that format.
And obviously, let me be clear, you're going to see that format every year when we're in an Olympic year because the WNBA is going to be on break. So when the Olympics are out here in 2028 in LA,
I'm leaving. Oh,
well, you ain't gonna be alone, bro. You ain't gonna be alone. In 2028, please believe that you're going to see once again at All-Star Weekend, you're going to see Team USA versus Team WNBA, and they was on and they played hard. It was competitive. I was happy to see it, and I hope we see more. And I hope we see more of it. And I hope maybe that makes the NBA All-Star game starting to be competitive again. And I got to give my flowers to our girl Christy. She was out there. If you guys follow her at I'm Christy Love on Twitter or Instagram, she was out there doing her job for TNBS Media. She was on assignment and she got a lot of good content. So y'all make sure y'all go check her out because she was pretty much everywhere. She was everywhere. You did good, kid. She was everywhere. Whether it was talking to, why do I keep forgetting who she saw in the elevator? Forget her name that played for the Mystics. Obviously Sophie Cunningham. She saw Shannon Sharp. She got the ask questions to Angel Reese. Obviously, y'all know Christy is from Chicago. And
Chicago.
Natasha Cloud. Thank you. I always keep getting. She's a good player too. Natasha Cloud. She was in They was in the same elevator It was in the same elevator in the arena. So
shout out to Chrissy. She
got
did that.
She had a lot of good content that day.
Salute. You want to send us your autograph, you heard?
Yeah. By the way, I make you rich one day. But no, I've been seeing the autographs.
Wait, she might make you rich one day?
Her autograph.
John,
her autograph.
Not her. Happening here?
Her autograph.
Oh, I gotta see.
Oh, Trail, you wild.
What he said?
Said he was holding it down. Watch why. Yeah, she was reporting live on. She was reporting live on him. I was watching the Okay, Christy, I'm gonna shut up now.
What she said?
I need to make her rich. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. I was watching that, that docuseries about that LeBron has on Vice, and man, I was just watching the final episode, and it was talking about it was called Forged Fame. This dude, there was this Italian dude named Tony in Chicago. He was forging Michael Jordan's signature on anything: jerseys, shoes, basketballs. And it was like a freaking $1 million.
He was making bread.
Ring, and they were going to like the basic stores, like remember Sport Mart?
Mm-hmm.
And they would go buy up these jerseys, go get some magazines from the airport, and they got caught up, and then eventually they got caught by the feds. Well, this guy got caught by the feds. Yeah, you gotta go watch. Yeah, you gotta go watch. It's on Uninterrupted, real life stories of basketball. The episode is called Forged Fame. But yeah, this dude was out there just living reckless, and he pretty much just did what he had to do and pretty much he took the L because he was either that or he was going to go do major time, or they was going to take everything his family owned because I think he had just bought his grandma's house. They was going to put a lien on that. I recommend go watching it. That whole series was good, even the episode about Bill Laimbeer and I Hate the Pistons. But yeah, that was good stuff. Shout out to LeBron and Maverick. Christy was asking about football. Training camps are open, and players are getting paid. Players are holding out.
Players not showing up.
Yeah. What up, Noodle?
Noodle, what up with it?
And 2 quarterbacks got paid today. One got paid literally right before we went on air. Earlier today, Tua Tagovailoa, 4 years, $212 million extension with the Miami Dolphins.
Fuck the Dolphins. Shout out to them.
And then just now we find out Jordan Love signs a 4-year, $220 million extension with the Packers. Yeah, we know your Bears. They're playing in the Hall of Fame game. We know. I feel you. Hey, Trell, I know, dog. By the way, I know, Trell. It's okay, man. I know it's not right. My man Trell wanted to go see the Saints at UC Irvine. He can't. I'm
still confused about that.
I'm not being this. Like, hey, Christy, you gonna know one thing about me. I don't really get up and excited for preseason football. Pause. I don't get excited for preseason football like that. I'm gonna watch it because it's the Hall of Fame game, and we're gonna see a lot of players that we watched: Dwight Freeney, Andre Johnson, Julius Peppers. My man Randy Gradisher from the Orange Crush, he's going in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna watch it just for that. I'm gonna watch the game just for that to see those interviews. I'm dang sure not watching for the football because you're not gonna see Caleb Williams out there. You're not gonna see Rome Odunze. I mean, if you do, you're going to see them for like one series. And that's it. Because this is pretty much an extra preseason game for them. So I understand how you feel. You have right. That's your squad. And you have every right to be happy about seeing them play on Thursday. We'll talk about it on Friday. Trust and believe. But I'll be more focused on what's going to happen on Saturday when those guys go into Canton. I don't know if he gets a quarter, I'd be shocked. I think he get a quarter when y'all play a real preseason game. This is pretty much like a bonus game. I think Caleb would get a quarter week 2, the official week 1. Tig, what up? But Dak don't. Well, if I'm Dak, I mean, why Dak's going to get $60 million, which is still wild to say. Dak is Dak Prescott really worth $60 million, man?
It depends on the team you have, if you get championship consideration or not. But I mean, Dallas need a quarterback, so yeah, he is.
Oh,
I mean, because Russ, you go find a quarterback that can produce what he produces.
that is true.
So yeah.
So no, Noodle's a Cowboys fan. He definitely don't think Dak's worth it.
Yeah, but I don't think Cowboys will start over.
No, if Love can get paid, so can Dak at this point. Well, it's a game of musical chairs. It's all this is. This quarterback got paid, so now the next quarterback gonna get paid.
Fourth round getting $60 million.
Well, it don't matter the fact that he was drafted in the 4th round. I think it's just the timing of it. He's gonna get paid. Terrell said we can no longer question if Dak's worth $60 million after seeing Love get his.
Why?
No, he's still not worth $60 million, but he's going to get it because that's going to be the going rate. The minute Jordan Love is now the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, along with Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence. They're both making $55 million. But I mean, personally, if I was a GM, I wouldn't have done it. But you got to do it because that's the going rate for quarterbacks.
You have to sign. The Packers had to sign. Well, they didn't have to that this year. But I mean, if they didn't sign this year, it's only going to get more expensive next year. That's the part.
Yeah, so Jordan Love got his deal based off 1 year. Obviously, Tua deserved his deal, and he stayed healthy. The fact, no, he didn't get more. No, that's wild. The fact he got paid more than Burrow is him and Burrow are making the same amount. Joe Burrow, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, all making.
Why are you doing this? When did Joe Burrow get paid?
Last year. He got paid last offseason. Steve said, I feel like the Rams will offer him $65 million next year if he doesn't resign. You rather have Dak over Matthew Stafford?
Matthew Stafford's about the same age as LeBron, so I can see that.
Actually, Matthew Stafford's younger. Let that sink in. Matthew Stafford's younger. LeBron's older than Matthew Stafford. He said no. But Sean likes QBs. Yeah, but I mean, you gotta give him 60. John Stafford is like Kershaw. It's time to go. Because Stafford actually got to the playoffs and did something. I love Kershaw. We all know what it is. Kershaw, Lee Stafford got them probably a play away from being in the NFC in the next round. He got a ring. But I get what you're saying, Terrell. But no, I would stick with Stafford over. Stafford over Dak.
Why is Stafford time to go?
I don't understand this. Like, I mean, not with Terrell, but certain Rams fans I talk to, there seem to be this, and maybe Tig can answer this. There seemed to be this love-hate relationship with Matthew Stafford, which I don't understand because his first year there, y'all got a Super Bowl. Now I think certain Rams fans think now because he got him a Super Bowl the first year, it's supposed to be every year, and that basically he's always hurt, he's always on his back, blah blah blah. Well, your own line,
get a better line.
Your own line stinks. It really does, but
and they wasn't supposed to be that good last year.
They really weren't. They were actually supposed to be the ones tanking for Caleb. And then all of a sudden, they find Puka Nacua in the 5th round, and Kyron Williams, and next thing you know, they're in the playoffs. True.
Hating on Stafford is like some Laker fans hating on LeBron. No matter the success, they just don't like you.
And I don't understand that either, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Well, I understand.
What up, Bass?
Bass, what up with it? Did y'all see what Matthew Stafford said about?
Oh yeah, that was crazy. Y'all didn't hear that? His wife.
Mind y'all, that's Georgia business, yeah.
Oh,
just let Georgia be Georgia. Let Georgia business be Georgia business. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't watch.
It was out of control.
Yeah, she was wilding. She's doing that just to make Stafford jealous. It's crazy.
Did y'all watch Hard Knocks on the Giants?
No. Heck no.
Sorry.
And obviously they deserve everything that happens to them for basically giving Daniel Jones that money and not paying Saquon. Tig said the ones that hate Stafford is because they want whoever is hotter next. Well, who's that? My man Dale in the house, BS and Beer Media in the building. Who Dat Nation in the building. So we got another Saints fan in the building. Shout out to Dale. We found Puka Nacua and Kobe Turner, who should have won Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm not going there. They gave it to the right player and went to Will Anderson. Not going there. Who's trash? I don't know who's trash. It said Stafford Charles said Stafford's a sucker for dealing with that.
What? Excuse me?
He's a sucker for dealing with that situation.
Who? For what? Dealing with his wife?
When she was with it. They weren't married, but you know. And apologize to the backup, not him. She's so crazy. Well, she did something. He did something. There was something there. Because he put a ring on it and they got kids and they got kids. So I guess in the end she won. Kobe Turner led. I understand that he led rookies in sacks, but you can't tell me that the impact of Will Anderson was not bigger than the impact on Kobe Turner. And that's not a knock on Kobe Turner. Will Anderson was that guy. Who y'all got coming on for the NFC South? Oh, we got a few people. Obviously, Trail's gonna be here. I'm gonna talk to my man Dale right there from the Saints. Our boy Champ, he's gonna come on and talk some Falcons. I don't know no Buccaneers fans. I do. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. My brother's a Buccaneers fan. Mm-hmm. And then we got reached out. I ain't heard from my man James in a while. See how he's doing. Talk some Panthers. And then obviously we got to talk AFC South. No, that's all gonna be all next month. Trust me, believe. August, y'all know what it is. It's Sports4U's 2-a-day starting the first week in August. And it starts with the East. And we got a all-star guest list for the East. Shout out to Hype. He's definitely shout out to Hype and the whole podcast and the podcast live crew in Philly.
What the? Wait, did he say shout out to Hype and the whole? Then he said the live crew?
No, the podcast live crew.
This is crazy.
Yo, let's do this. Yo, who's a Panthers fan? Our boy James, he's an older guy. He's a Panthers fan. Yes, they do exist, Christy. I know. Okay, there you go. All right, Dale should say I know 2 Panthers fans with shows. Yeah, they do exist. There are Panthers fans out there.
I agree, Stafford. What?
Sam said, go ahead.
I agree, Stafford or any man should have to deal with that BS from their wife. I would have filed for a divorce immediately.
They weren't married at the time. They were
talking about that.
Now? I mean, because she's saying it now. Well, they
file for divorce. So you go right back to him and still take him.
Let me know when, so I can tell him. Let me know when he's on, so I can tell him thank you. Okay. Who thank you? Yeah, I ain't heard from James. Hope everything's all well. Yeah. But yeah, the Sports4U 2 days is coming down real soon. Coming down all next month. Like I said, we got a loaded guest list for on the East. We have my man Hype, our man Charles. Mark's gonna be here talking Bills. My man Tom, we got Tom. We got a bunch of people on the East Coast. We obviously gonna have Sports PSP. Reach out to him to talk some Commanders. Our boy Tay to talk Giants, Mo, Cowboys. So we got a lot of people. Don't worry. Okay. Oh, you want to thank the Panthers fans so y'all getting Caleb Williams? I get it now, Christy. Dre said, but she's talking now about it publicly while she's married. Y'all want y'all partners being who?
Oh, nothing.
Oh man. But Dre said, but she's talking about now publicly while she's married. Y'all Want y'all partners being better? Well, no, I agree with what you're saying. I just think talking about Stafford, White telling about all their escapades at Georgia. Kelly Stafford moved like Steph White. The attention seeking is wild, according to Tig.
Divorcing.
Hey, he likes it, we love it. I mean,
divorcing. Out here in LA too.
He likes it, we love it. But yeah, speaking of holdouts, Brandon Ayuk, he's still holding out for a new deal. He did report, but he's holding out. He's not practicing, as he shouldn't. CeeDee Lamb did not report to Cowboys camp in Oxnard, so he's holding out for a new deal. By the way, the Cowboys got 4 players who are all pros, who are all looking for new contracts. Obviously that. We talk about CeeDee Lamb with Micah Parsons. And I didn't even realize this. And to me, this is one of the most important ones. Zach Martin's a free agent.
Fuck that divorce. I wouldn't have given her a ring after that.
Yeah, that's her choice. That said, to be so embarrassing, man. So, ladies in the building, come on, Style Studies. So what's up with Ayuk and CeeDee? Brandon Ayuk is at camp, but he's not practicing.
True.
CeeDee Lamb is not showing up at all. He's not showing up at all.
Are they gonna pay CeeDee Lamb right now?
He's gonna get fined, and eventually, if they get a deal done, they're gonna just renege. They're gonna just revoke all the fines. Lay says Ayuk will look nice in powder blue and yellow. No, he wouldn't. Here comes Bass. He'll be a Charger. Here we go. Shout out to the birthday boy Kamara for pulling up the camp despite contract talks. Another person on the Niners holding out. This is not getting enough to talk about.
Oh, Trent Williams.
Yes,
I just seen that.
Trent Williams is holding out because he wants a raise. He doesn't even want a new contract. He just wants a raise. He wants to be known as the highest paid.
He's the best right tackle in football. Left tackle in football, right?
Yeah. Ayuk to the Steelers. Look, man, right now, Lay, what did you just call her?
A cartwheel.
Oh.
What everything?
Y'all wild, man. Brandon, look, the Padres said, the Niners said they're not trading.
Padres just beat the Areolas.
What the fuck? Yo, what the heck is?
I mean, the Padres usually beat the Areolas.
Yeah, that's how they get the kids. They get the Areolas. But
Jungle hit.
But the Niners say they're not trading Brandon Ayuk. But like I said, all it takes is one call.
Brandon Bean got a second-round pick somewhere in Buffalo. That's all. Brandon Bean, you can call him until we get a second-round pick for him.
Stupid autocorrect. Yeah, that's what it is. That was autocorrect.
Your autocorrect correctly spelling areolas is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out because I didn't see not one. Charles said, "Yeah, I was safe one." No, I didn't see one. I didn't see one misspelled word. But like I said,
why late come and Trail leave?
Why the Dodgers ain't scored yet is my question.
Let me see them cups. Trying to stay away from. But I'm about to right now.
All right. So, but like I said, the question is, what will it take to get Brandon Ayuk out of out of San Francisco. I think as much as they're saying they wouldn't trade him right now, it sounds good, but eventually something's gonna have to give.
If somebody offered a first round pick,
yeah. So I mean, I don't even think it's.
Hey, how true I know she didn't come?
Wow, that's wild. Oh wow, I was y'all wild. But anyway,
usually coming at the same time as the goal.
Fact. That's definitely a fact. Well, I want to see how this plays out because I do think if they get the right offer, I still think the Commanders are going to be a team that they look out for. Yeah, because obviously his friendship with Jaden Daniels, I think is going to play real key in him trying to maneuver his way there. But it's not going to be easy because it sounds like the Niners are very hell bent on keeping him in a Niners jersey. John, we are not as wild as we are normally. Well, really? Normally? Okay.
We're normally Dick and Dome. That's crazy.
Sam said it'd be a grave mistake to trade Brandon Knight. The trade IU. I agree. But if he don't want to be there, what you gonna do? If you're not gonna pay him, look. If you're not gonna pay him,
might as well get some for him.
Pretty much. And obviously, the Commanders can pay him because now they got a quarterback that's on a rookie contract, and they don't got to worry. They don't got to worry about, paying a high salary for a QB, where you can put all the high price pieces around him. Of course, everyone will take everyone. Of course, I think a lot of teams will take Brandon Ayuk on their squad.
Yep.
But it's not going. But you're not just going to get him. You're not just going to get him for pennies on a dollar. You're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay a king's ransom. I think you give him up. If you give up at least a 1 or a 2 or 2 ones, it's a deal. It's done. But the Niners aren't talking to nobody right now. As far as with CeeDee, I think that deal gets done because I just think Jerry's going to pay. Jerry, we know that he pays everybody. Even the quarterbacks. He claims that he thinks that this won't be Dak Prescott last year, but here's the thing: Dak Prescott can't be franchised. He can't be traded. So if they don't get a deal done ASAP, he goes right to free agency.
Where's he from?
Dak, Mississippi. I know some people have been trying to connect Dak to the Raiders. We'll try and connect Dak to the Raiders, but I don't know if they would do that. But giving him $60 million, man.
Again, you're not paying just for him. You're paying not to start over.
That's true.
So, I mean, what do you want to do? You want to start over from a rookie quarterback, like you said on the show last time. Dallas not going to back enough record to get Shador.
No, they don't.
So they're probably not going to be able to get Carson back.
No, I think they're going to have to pay him. They're going to have to pay him. They got to pay him. They're going to pay CeeDee. They got to pay Micah Parsons.
Now, at that point, it's up to him if he decide to sign or not, because he already took all the franchise tags and all that, right?
Right.
So that was up to him if he wanted to sign or not.
Yeah. So I think everyone needs to just keep an eye on them because this situation is going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But training camps are open. We're going to definitely get into more into your bills in a couple of weeks, but what do you just give me a little precursor? What you want? What's expectation this season?
I want to see what our offense look like. And then I want to see how our young secondary shows up. You know what I'm saying? We got Rasul Douglas coming back and a bunch of young Taron Johnson coming back and a bunch of young corners back there. Our safety tandem is now going. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that's going to be interesting. I'm willing to see. I'm willing to see some of these young players step up and do their thing, yeah.
Keon Coleman from Florida State. That's his name, Christy. As far as the Broncos, look, I'm not buying this whole crap that we have that everyone's going to get a QB competition. There's a QB competition. Start Bo Nix. If we good, we're good. If we stink, build around him. If he's not an NFL quarterback, if we're just as bad, then you got a decision to make. But this is on Sean Payton. It's time to coach now. You know, Drew Brees ain't walking through that door. It's time to coach now. You let Russell Wilson walk, and we're still paying his salary, which is crazy. And we could have been above 500, but you decided to bench him for Jarrett Stidham. Let that sink in. But that's a whole other conversation. Speaking of Russell Wilson, QB controversy with the Steelers.
Is it?
I mean, the media show making it seem like it is. Because everyone's wondering, like, is Russell? How much time does Russell Wilson have before Justin Fields takes his job? If Russell Wilson, if they really felt that gung ho about Justin Fields as their quarterback, they wouldn't have just traded for him and not signed Russell Wilson 6 days before they traded for him. You gave up a 6th-round pick. Let's not act like people act like they got a king's rent. They gave up a conditional 6th-round pick where if he doesn't play 50% of the snaps, it stays there, because if he does, it turns into a 4th-round pick, and that's not happening.
Justin Fields?
Yeah. Justin Fields, the pick is a conditional 6th-round pick right now.
You don't think Justin Fields will play 50% of the snaps?
I'm not there yet. I think we need to really see what's going to happen in preseason and training camp as a Dodgers. Oh, nice catch. Biggio. Craig Biggio in the house. Still at the Astros. But now it's because everyone's saying that Russell Wilson's playing for his career. I just think, like, we're making a lot over training camp. They ain't even put the pads on yet. I'm not. Nah, I mean, like, football pads, not those pads. Because I saw that Justin Fields threw a pass, and Louis Riddick just tweeted out QB1. I was like, man, save it. Something when the live bullets fly. They're playing the real games. Then we can talk.
Look, but I do think that depending on if every other part of Pittsburgh team is good and their offense is struggling, I think by week 5, week 6, we might start seeing some Justin Fields.
And I'm like this. They're both on 1-year deals. So that neither one of them is guaranteed to be there next year. Neither one is guaranteed. So all it is, this is a tryout for both. This truly is a tryout for both of them, to be honest. So I wish them well, and I hope whoever and let the best man win. But it's still nobody's safe until Mike Tomlin really says so.
I do think that Russ going to start, though.
And I think that's the right move, because I think it's easier to go back to Russell Wilson if Justin Fields struggles if Russell Wilson isn't the guy, then going back to Justin Fields then starting Justin Fields and he just comes out and we still seeing the same Justin Fields we saw in Chicago. Sorry, Christy. By the way, I'm so pissed that the Dodgers didn't get Randy Rosarena.
I was about to say that. It was Seattle, right?
Yeah. And Andrew Friedman was the GM in Tampa.
Maybe that's why they want to do business with him.
Well, how they traded Tyler Glass now? And they the other pitcher, Zach Eflin, got traded to the Orioles. Dodgers, make a move before Tuesday, please. By the time we get back on the air Tuesday, by Tuesday at 1:00, the Dodgers better have acquired at least one pitcher
Fields will flourish with a better O-line. Yeah, Chicago. I'm not down on Justin Fields.
I'm not either.
Because a lot of people are. A lot of people call him sorry.
Chrissy said we still have a shitty online as we speak. Well, Caleb's gonna find. I guess Caleb's gonna learn. Gonna learn the hard way.
You think he buying Dwayne Wade fingernail polish?
No, I'm saying that.
Okay.
But we'll see what happens. We'll see how the rest of this goes. Speaking of football, all right, it's college football. It's a month away as well. Let's go Vols. SEC Media Days was last week. Let's go Tennessee. But this week was Big Ten Media Days, and obviously Big Ten now looks a whole lot different. USC, UCLA, Oregon, Washington are now in the Big Ten. And the other day, Deshaun Foster, who's now the new head coach of UCLA, of course, UCLA legend.
And John are opposite ends of this. That's crazy. I said that pause.
Yeah, super pause. He it looked like the moment got too big for him. I'm going to say this. It's not the end of the world. He had a bad moment. He didn't look prepared, but I'm not going to hold that against him. But, man, I hate it because we all know how the struggle is
for black coaches.
For black coaches. They'll find the littlest thing to be petty about, whether it's in college football, college NFL, college basketball. Well, my expectations ain't high. I don't have no expectations for UCLA, but I just think he wasn't prepped right for this situation. And I listened to John Ireland talk about it. The same person who was like the normal PR guy at UCLA who had like Chip Kelly or somebody prep for this isn't there anymore. So unfortunately, it looked like Deshaun Foster looked like the moment got too big for him. But like I said, it's not the end of the world. He goes out there and coaches this team to a decent record. This will be all forgotten. But I just hate that if he looks unorganized, they're gonna go right back to this. And I heard some people, like we saw in our chat, some people were calling him Darvin Ham. I was like, oh no.
I totally disagree. What it sounds like is Deshaun Foster is, for lack of better terms, a nigga. And he was trying his best to contain how he would talk to his team. He was trying his best not to let that come out in that media.
I really wish he would have.
But why?
I think you can do it, but you can do it a certain way. You can still do it and still sound like you don't gotta sound like you can do it in a certain way, but I think he tried, Mike, you saying he tried to probably do what you was thinking, but his head wasn't agreeing, his brain wasn't agreeing with his mouth.
I think he all right, man.
I don't think he's in trouble. I'm rooting for Deshaun Foster.
I don't even think it was bad if people try to make it up to me.
To me, just he looked unorganized. That's all. It looked unorganized. That's all I'm saying. But let's also be clear. Deshaun Foster's a first-time head coach. And when I say first-time head coach, I mean first-time head coach. He was a running back. He's always been a running backs coach when he was with the Raiders. That's where he was at before UCLA hired him. He was under Antonio Pierce's staff. But and obviously, I'm assuming, but we know how cheap UCLA can be. I hope they put a veteran coaching staff around him.
Why do black people always have drinks about how we speak?
What are you trying to say, Tig? I'm trying to understand what you're saying. I wasn't saying be all buttoned up and my name is Deshaun Foster. I'm the head coach at UCLA. It just seemed like he looked unorganized, and that's just not an indictment on him. That's an indictment on UCLA. We know that this program You just saw how Chip Kelly left their program to be an offensive coordinator. Let that sink in. Chip Kelly was the head coach of UCLA. He leaves UCLA to be the offensive coordinator at Ohio State because they're paying him more to be an OC than being a head coach. Now, granted, UCLA is a state school. And Ohio State's a private school. I think Ohio State's a state school, but obviously there's more resources in the state of Ohio than it is in the UC system. And the freaking Astros won. Boo, boo, boo. I just think he'll be all right, man. He go out there and win a few games, and they'll be back. Nobody's gonna be talking about this. It was something that just happened in the moment. It went viral, and that's all it is. And just go out there and coach these kids, get him and hope he gets a fair shot. He didn't sound like a button-up college coach because he wasn't on that stage giving the freedom to speech in his natural mannerisms. I just think he looked nervous. I just think he looked unprepared. That's just me. At the end of the world, I mean, I'll never judge. You never judge a person by their worst moment. And like I said, this will be water. People are not going to talk about this as long as this dude's going to get.
No.
So what?
No. How can people still judge about?
Like Area 51.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead, man.
Well, by the way, speaking of Jordan Love, there's Jordan Love right there has now got his new contract.
I think the Deshaun Foster. I think everything was blown out of proportion. I don't even think it was that serious. I do think that the way he normally talk, he was trying not to put no cuss words in there. He was trying not to, you know what I'm saying? I think he was trying to change. He was trying to code switch. And it didn't work out at that time, and it's fine. You all right?
I'm with Rashad Wild. He said, Mom's gone. Y'all went from tacos to potato chips. Man, we good. We good, Shad. We good. Jay said, I want to bet everything I own. Someone was in his ear telling him he has to win that first presser. He wasn't natural on that stage. I agree with that. Now, here's the crazy part. I don't remember his first presser being when he got hired at UCLA. So, and I don't follow UCLA football like that. Obviously, they're not really that big of it. It's not really. They're really not. Obviously, we all know with UCLA football, they don't prioritize it. So they don't care about it. Why should we? But I do. But speaking of UCLA, where do they play their home games at, Mark?
I'm about to say Pauley Pavilion, the Rose Bowl.
Exactly. So we know this year the Rose Bowl is going to be now. I mean, the college football playoff is expanded to 12 teams.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have the top five. By the way, look at that. While I get to this topic, the quarterbacks from the 2020 draft class have now accumulated $1.25 billion in contracts between Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, now Jordan Love, and Tua. That is $1.2 billion in contracts.
It's a good draft class.
It is.
It's a really good draft class.
4 first rounders and one in the middle of the second.
That's a really good draft class.
Shout out to Schefter. But like I said, so as far as the playoff goes, you're gonna have the top 5 conference champions, and then you're gonna have 7 at-large teams. So that's why you have to pay attention to this. So the Rose Bowl. Oh God, Donnie Brown. Sure. The Rose Bowl this year is going to be a semifinal game. I mean, a quarterfinal game. But however, they do not want to be in the rotation for the college football playoff for the semifinals. The semifinals now have been pushed back a week since they're adding new teams. So every 3 years, the the New Year's Six, they rotate. So like the Rose Bowl, one year is the Rose Bowl, the Sugar Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Then another year is the Cotton Bowl and the Fiesta Bowl, and then there's like the Orange Bowl and the Peach Bowl, blah blah blah. So it's a game of musical chairs. The Rose Bowl does not want to be a part of this rotation because they still want to keep playing on January 1st. They're obviously they want to still play. I don't know what the heck this dude's talking about. They still want to play. They still want to have the game on January 1st because obviously they coincide with the Rose Parade.
Mm-hmm.
So they're fine with they're fine with this being a quarterfinal, but never being in the semifinals. I understand where the Rose Bowl committee is coming from. But as we was talking about earlier with in regards to the NBA and TNT, will capitalism and money show up once again? Is the question. Because let me also say this before I let you go. This could also have consequences where we could be talking about the Rose Bowl not receiving the college football playoff could be probably real spiteful and say, well, you can't be in the qualification to get a college football
playoff game.
Well, national champion for get a natty.
Because and see, that's petty stuff. I understand it though.
Yeah.
Because everybody's just rotating. But Rose Bowl tradition is
right.
January 1st game. So I'm riding with the Rose Bowl and their decision because for one, this is the first time we've seen a business decision being made, and it's not about the money of it. It's about the tradition of what they normally do, and I'm riding with that. So,
and I personally think the Rose Bowl doesn't care if they're not in the natty. Obviously, they just want to have their game and have their parade and their celebration and go to hell home. Mm-hmm. And since now during the BCS era, they had the Rose Bowl, and then there was a couple of times during the BCS era when the Rose Bowl hosted the Natty. Now in the college football playoff era, we haven't seen that. And to be honest, if I'm not mistaken, every Natty is being at an NFL stadium for the most part. I know the AT&T stadiums had one. Obviously, wait a minute, hold up, wait. What was that? Oh, wait, Georgia just scored another touchdown against TCU at SoFi. Last year, Legion Stadium last year. Last year with Michigan and Washington.
They had that Mercedes Dome in Atlanta.
Right. The Superdome in New Orleans hosts the Sugar Bowl, but it's also hosted the national championship because they hosted that was year LSU won. But look, I still would love to see the Rose Bowl host the national championship. I still, to me, the greatest game in college football history will always be that USC Texas game. And the Rose Bowl deserves to be in prime time. But if they don't want to be a part of the semis, that's their choice. And the people and the college football playoff committee are going to have to accept it. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's that difficult. I mean, you got 5 other bowl games, so that just means somebody gets an extra year. Whether it's the Sugar Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Fiesta Bowl, the Peach Bowl, the Cotton Bowl.
Now, do you think that they will make SoFi have annually host SoFi have a game out here?
Well, they got the LA Bowl.
Excuse me?
Jimmy Kimmel, he got a bowl game called the LA Bowl, hosting the LA Bowl.
Who in there, Bloods and Crips?
Well, I didn't go, so I wouldn't know. but it's the first. It was the first of the bowl games. But yeah, they at SoFi they've had the LA Bowl. I know Jimmy Kimmel was hosting that. I think Gronk hosted last year. But yeah, and obviously in y'all hosted the Natty when y'all put up 10 million points against TCU.
I'm just saying, like, if the Rose Bowl don't want to be a part of it like that, do you think they replace it with another venue, especially out here, because LA is a market for it?
like replace the Rose Bowl?
Not replace the Rose Bowl, but like
the bit, like put the Rose Bowl in another arena, another stadium.
No, just instead of playing games at the Rose Bowl and being part of the playoffs, playing it at SoFi, playing it at.
I would hope not. If they still want, they're still a quarterfinal. They're still like considered a playoff game. I mean, I know the real playoff is the Final Four, but if they want to still be a quarterfinal game, let them just be a quarterfinal game. I mean, that's my opinion. It's going to be interesting to see. By the way, Dodgers.
What the hell is that? Is that the Jaguars?
No, it's the Phillies.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
They're playing the Guardians. The Phillies are the team.
No,
what the heck is that?
That's the Jaguars, dog.
No, dog, that's the Phillies, man.
No,
they got on them. That's their team.
We just seen a quarterback. The quarterback just struck out.
Hey, you do look like Trevor Lawrence. You look like Trevor Lawrence. But no, man, what did you see these crappy uniforms, man? Come on, Nike. That's supposed to be their City Connect jersey. They don't connect with the city. I would get ejected too wearing them stupid uniforms. Oh, man. I don't like the Dodger City Connect jerseys. I mean, we don't wear cream. We wear white and blue. Them things is hideous. They look like some Jacksonville Jaguar baseball jerseys, though. Oh, yeah, that's going.
It's a good shot.
What kind of jerseys is them?
I got a nice stadium, too.
Oh, yeah, you did go down there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes, sir. But yeah.
Yeah, well, but good luck to that. And obviously, I was speaking of, and we'll talk more. And as we get into closer to college football season, we'll talk more about college football. But a couple of the headlines coming out of the media days, pretty much. It was the first SEC media day without Nick Saban, which is crazy. I mean, Nick Saban was there as an animal, as a part of the media. But
I'm refraining from speaking how I feel about this.
What about
Jordan should have went back to back. But they had to get Nick Saban in the playoffs for his last year. Ended up losing the fucking mission. Sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
Like I said, I said you in Florida State got screwed. I still don't understand how Florida. I still think y'all
Florida State should have got in before us.
But I don't care. There was still not 4 teams. There were still not 4 teams better than Georgia.
It wasn't.
But I get it. They weren't going to put 2 SEC teams in there this year. Why that year? Why I don't know. They've done it every other year, pretty much since the beginning of time.
I just told you why, John.
Well, I know why. I know what you said. I'm just saying. I mean, I would have took Texas, or I would have probably took Texas or Washington out and put Florida. If you want to keep Bama in there because they won the SEC championship, go ahead. I don't think they deserve to be there. It should have been Georgia. Because I don't care what anybody says. You don't be the best team for the last 3 years, and then all of a sudden you just don't make the playoffs. But it's all good. Y'all might. I mean, y'all. I feel for. I mean, we play y'all, but still. But it's all good. It's all good. Let's get to call out names, man. But we'll get to call out names in a second. But obviously, that's one of the highlights because everyone's talking about Caleb DeBoer. Now he's there. The new Washington coach. He's now at Bama. Obviously, now Texas is in the SEC. All this talk about what Paul Feinbaum saying that Lincoln Riley ran from the SEC because he left Oklahoma for USC. What I swear, when he was at Oklahoma, when he took the SC job, he was also up for the LSU job. But he didn't want. But everyone in Oklahoma thinks he's not a real coach. They think he just won with Bob Stoops players. But it's crazy because he had 2 Heisman Trophy winners and a third one. Jalen Hurts wasn't in Oklahoma the same year Joe Burrow was at LSU.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He produced Heisman Trophy winners first year here. Let me be now. I do be clear, and I said this again, and I've said this since we've been talking about this whole story. Lincoln Riley has been awful at producing a defense.
Yeah.
That works in the Big 12. When they're running the air raid and you're putting up 60 points and 700-yard games, that works there. It wasn't working in the Pac-12. And it's not going to work in the Big 10.
Mm-mm.
Now, they got Danton Lynn from UCLA, Anthony Lynn's son, as their new defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully he brings some change. But they don't play any defense. I'm not for this whole fire Lincoln Riley. Like I heard Paul Feinbaum suggesting, if you fire Lincoln Riley, you should probably consider bringing in Deion's. No. What, Shador coming with him? Is he bringing Shador and Travis Hunter with him too?
Travis Hunter.
Well, Travis Hunter being in here, but still. Hey, come be with the Broncos. The opposite of Patrick Surtain. What if you're Travis Hunter? What you think he goes in the draft? Well, if you was advising them, do you tell him to go in the draft as a receiver or as a DB?
Probably. I think his best position, Paul, is probably DB.
I agree,
but the receiver's making that money right now, man.
Well, we just saw that Justin Jefferson got his bag. We just saw, obviously, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
We waiting on Jamar Chase. We waiting on CeeDee Lamb.
And Brandon Ayuk going to his back. By the way, we just pretty much named like the last two draft classes.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb were in the 2020 class. Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown were in the 2020. Man.
We got some young talent, man.
I just want the Broncos to just be in the season above 500, please. And there's the Olympics right there. Opening ceremonies going down in London. By the way, NFL Live. By the way, tomorrow, all the training camps open tomorrow. Officially opening tomorrow at the same time. So that's going to be major. Seeing all the teams on the field practicing. But let's go. I got two people for calling our names. We'll go there. And shout out to Dolly, by the way. Shout out to everybody. And again, man, I'm gonna give another shout again. My man Casper Villa from the Circle of Trust and Two Dudes One Pod. He was rocking the red Sports4U hoodie on his pod. If you go on our Twitter or IG, I posted the link to showing they showing Sports4U some love and was rocking the Sports4U hoodie on the show. So shout out to Casper Villa. And again, get your merch, t-shirts, hoodies, ladies tank tops. To TBD.
What the TBD said? The big what?
What? You can DM us at Sports4U Podcast on Twitter or on Instagram, and we'll give you the merchandise available, the sizes that's available, and the prices. So we'll let you know what we have in store. But it's time for the segment that's often imitated. It's never duplicated. It's our boy Dolly's favorite segment. Shout out to Too Much Game. Shout out to everybody in the comment section. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for calling out names. And I got two for calling out names. I'm going to go back to one from earlier, and that's Charles Barkley. I saw what Charles Barkley, we're talking about this whole TNT thing, but Charles Barkley thinking that, matter of fact, I want to read you exactly, Russell Wilson did not practice yesterday. I want to read you exactly what Sir Charles wrote on his Instagram account. I'm still trimming out of Charles Barkley on Instagram. Clearly, the NBA has wanted to break up with us from the beginning.
What? I hate him. All right.
I'm not sure TNT ever had a chance. TNT matched the money, but the league knows Amazon and those tech companies are the only ones willing to pay for the rights when they double in the future. The NBA didn't want to piss them off. It's a sad day when owners and commissioners choose money over the fans. It just sucks. I want to thank everyone who has been at Turner for the last 24 years. They're the best people and the most talented, and they deserve better. I also want to thank the NBA and its fans, the best fans in sports. We're going to give you everything we have next season. Charles Barkley. Chuck. You're right. Those people at TNT who work behind the scenes, the producers, the editors, all them people, yes, they deserve better. And I pray that they land on their feet. But don't tell me that the NBA chose money over the fans. They always choose money over the fans. Come on, man. You lost me there. Then you go on there, and then you go on Dan Patrick's show after you post this statement and saying, yeah, I've talked to people at ESPN, I've talked to people at Amazon, I've talked to people at NBC. But I thought you was retiring. Let me tell you, like I said again, if he was really retiring, he would announce the retirement on the final episode of Inside the NBA during the playoffs and not after game 2 of the NBA Finals on NBA TV. Because the one you want to do it there with Shaq, Kenny, and Ernie there, not with Shaq and I think it was Jamal Crawford and whoever the guy is that was hosting for NBA TV. Come on, Chuck. You played yourself. You try to play and you try to use sympathy and a pseudo and a bogus retirement tour is hoping to get in the right staying on TNT. It didn't work. Now we're going to court and it's messy. All right, my next person I'm calling out is Joel Embiid.
Wait, I'm still confused on why TNT is suing the NBA. Is that because they didn't get the deal?
They feel that TNT, and I'm going to read exactly what TNT said, because the lawsuit was filed today. I thought he was retiring after this upcoming season, but because they had one more year. No, that's what I'm saying, Tig. He's trying to say that he's retiring. He was retiring, but he announces it on NBA TV and says he's doing it with the crew. All right, here's the statement that TNT said. Given the NBA's justified rejection of our matching of a third-party offer.
Stop there. The NBA have the right to reject anybody they want to, right?
Yes.
It's not illegal, right?
No.
That's all it is.
We have taken legal action to enforce our rights. We strongly believe that this is not a contractual right, but also in the best interest of fans who want to keep watching our industry-leading NBA content with the choice and flexibility we offer through our widely distributed Warner Brothers Discovery Video First distribution platforms, including TNT and Max.
TNT throwing up a Hail Mary for the fans. I get it. I'm not mad at it. That's stupid.
That's really what it is. Now on the draw.
Wait. Tig said what? Not the current contract.
Not if the current contract is a no contest for renewal. I don't believe the judge is going to favor in TNT's corner. Amazon's got this. Going to have this on this case in the chokehold.
I'm gonna be ordering something from Amazon Prime, watching the NBA game next year. Don't worry about it.
That's exactly what it is. That's why Thursday night. That's why they put a game on the Friday after Thanksgiving, and all they were doing was promoting sales during what is called Black Friday during the pre-show. I met the man even on there promoting some stuff. Joel Embiid. He's been doing a lot of talk since he's been with Team USA. So at first, he says LeBron James isn't the same player. And I think maybe that people got caught up in the names and not looking at how talented the other teams are, the other countries are. Duh, LeBron's not the same player. He's 39. So don't temper expectations. Y'all still the US. Number 2. About Jason Tatum and the Celtics. They're a super team. I wish I can go 5 for 20 and still win a championship. Let me be perfectly clear.
That's hate.
Let me be perfectly clear. The Celtics are not a super team.
That's hate.
They're not a super team. The Heat were a super team.
So some contracts will read first option to renew before principal party seeks other. But even if I don't want to do business with you, I still have the right to turn that offer down, right?
Yes. And they gave TNT the right to match, and they didn't like what they saw. He says, I'm like, first of all, the Celtics are not a super team. They only got two superstars. It's Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. They got really good players in Drew Holiday, Derek White, and Porzingis. That's not a super team. That's two superstars. There's two perennial all-star superstars and a bunch of really good players. And you can argue Drew Holiday is a perennial all-star as well. That's not a super team.
Not efficient writing.
Then he says this, Mark. Number 3, the third dumb thing Joel Embiid said. You know, if I didn't have all these injuries, I'd be the GOAT.
GOAT what?
As in the greatest of all time.
You'd be a GOAT?
The GOAT.
A GOAT.
No, not a Billy Goat. As in, he'd be the greatest basketball player that ever lived.
They came from Cameroon.
I'm assuming so. I know he ain't talking about never playing in the National Basketball Association.
Yeah. I don't even know if he came from Cameroon.
That's where he's from. That's his country.
We will know what's in black and white. All right, Tig, I'm gonna talk to you more about that because you have a
an expertise.
Yeah. I'm like because I still have some questions and concerns. I don't have to do it on the show.
All right, and then the last dumb thing you said. I'm the most hated player in the NBA.
Excuse me?
He's the most hated player in the
He's
NBA.
not.
Sam says Amazon is $1 billion corporation. I don't blame the NBA for taking that money from Amazon. Now, my man Robert Wilkins is a lawyer. He said, yeah, the NBA doesn't have a right to reject Turner's matching offer if Turner has the true right to first refusal. They're arguing now about exactly what is a match.
Oh, okay. Understood now. Thank you, Tig and Robert Wilkins. I appreciate both of you guys.
Yeah. So number one, you're not the most hated dude in the NBA, Joel Embiid. The most hated dude in the NBA reside in Akron, Ohio.
He resides in LA now.
Well, he's in LA by way of Akron, Ohio. His name is LeBron James. You're not the most hated dude in the NBA.
You're not even the second most hated dude.
Now, the second most hated dude in the NBA is Steph Curry.
Steph hated?
I think he's hated by. Okay. Who would you say is number 2 then?
Most hated.
LeBron is one clearly. Is it Jokic?
No, he get a lot of. I don't know. I'm going to think about that. The most hated.
But Sam says Joel Embiid is now a naturalized U.S. citizen. That's why he's on Team USA. If he wasn't playing for us, he'd be playing for France. Well, he might as well go play for France, Cameroon, because he ain't done stunts for Team USA in there.
No compete contract, no contest, no fault.
Okay.
No, it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah,
I mean, and shout out to man Robert Wilkins because we was talking about it earlier. He was telling me about it earlier, and my man's a lawyer, so he's gonna put us on. Rob's a cool dude. Me and Tig was talking to him at the Navy, so shout out to Rob. Don't even go there.
All right, my bad.
No, don't even go there. I'll see you at Black Go, bro. But nah. Yo, chill the F out, Mark. Chill the F out, Mark. See this nigga out here on some wild stuff tonight, man. All right, but no. Joel Embiid, you're not the most hated player in the NBA. Just cut that crap out.
Second most hated player in the NBA.
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Draymond?
Could be Draymond.
Okay. All right.
Shout out to Rob for real.
Yeah, shout out to Rob. He's an attorney. He's been following this story because obviously he deals with stuff like this at his law firm. So shout out to Rob.
Oh, he's a lawyer?
Yeah, he's a lawyer. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I need his contact.
Yeah, I get your contact after the show on Twitter and IG. You got money for calling no names, bro?
Do I get money for calling no names? It feel like I do. I don't.
All right.
Matthew Stafford wife. No.
All right, that's it, y'all. All right, Tuesday. All right, me and Mark's final words. You know, we do this during football season when we talk to our squads, but we're doing this for baseball season because
I got nothing to say to the Braves.
Well, I got something to say to the Dodgers. Go get a damn pitcher. Go get a third baseman and go get a pitcher. You already let Randy Arozarena go to the Mariners. You let Zach Eflin go to the Orioles. Go get somebody because obviously Kershaw is still struggling. I just saw what Buehler did in his rehab start. It didn't look good. He needs another year. He needs a full year to recover. I think he rushed it, trying to get back for the Dodgers, and I respect that being a team player. But clearly, he does not have the normal stuff. He's not ready. He's nowhere near there. And go find a third baseman because we don't know when we're getting Max Muncy back. So please go get some help. By 1 o'clock Tuesday, when we get back here Tuesday night, the Dodgers better have made at least one move. We just traded James Paxton to the Red Sox, but we need some moves ASAP. And I'm done.
Braves just win. Get back to winning. John Calipari, Arkansas lands top 10 recruit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got number 2 player in the country. All right, he's making some moves. Making some moves. Shout out to Calipari.
You know where he didn't go?
Yeah, right. No.
But yeah, we about to get out of here.
All right. So look, again, tomorrow we get up, we wake up tomorrow. Go on Instagram, go on Twitter.
Lock one off.
Hey, yo, and
self-love is the best love.
That's true. All these injuries helping Dave keep his job one more year. I don't know, Tig. Look, man, I love Dave Roberts, but I think maybe it's just time for a change.
That's crazy.
He won us a World Series. I don't want to see him go, but I just feel like someone's going to be the fall guy, and it ain't going to be the players. You're not trading Mookie. You're not trading Freddie. You're damn sure not trading Ohtani. Not trading Will Smith. We're probably going to lose Teoscar Hernandez in the offseason, which stinks because he's played well. But 7 through 9 is a problem, and we need to get the pitching right. But we'll talk about that on Tuesday. We'll start looking ahead, talk more about training camp. We'll look ahead to the Hall of Fame game. Hall of Fame next, Pro Football Hall of Fame next weekend. Hall of Fame game in Canton on next Thursday. Bears and the Texans.
Man, fuck this.
Oh. They're showing one of Mark's most painful moments as a Georgia fan.
Dog, we had him beat that game. That safety's still missing.
Dog, how do you think I feel?
Dog, never mind. Another championship we should have won.
Yo, Nick, relax. No, your freaking logo's blending in with my shirt. Ain't no yellow stain. Well, see, why come in here just starting stuff? Make sure y'all go wish Nick happy birthday tomorrow. Dog, ain't no yellow stain on my shirt. You gotta chill, man. Like someone pissed on my shirt. What's wrong with this dude, man? Dude's just out here just wilding. But anyway, subscribe to Sports4U Podcast on YouTube. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Sports4U Podcast. Follow me at John Watson 0984 on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Mark on Instagram at HiMark and HiMark1 on Twitter.
Sometimes. Follow Nick on Twitter and Instagram at 99Gorilla. We'll be back on Tuesday. We'll talk.
Kermit the Frog in the house. By the way, he said, go home, Nick.
Wait, jerky sauce? Oh, jerk sauce.
Nick, go home, dog. Go home, dog. We're leaving at the right time. Nick's gonna just go nuclear right now.
Everybody go wish my guy Nick a happy birthday tomorrow. Yeah.
Make sure y'all wish Nick Freeze a happy birthday at 99Gorilla. We'll talk trade deadline. We'll talk football. And we'll talk some Olympics. Good luck to everybody in the Olympics. If you're in London, be safe. And in France, be safe.
They in London for Olympics. They're crazy.
Not in France. They're in Paris.
Send them titties.
And be careful if you're in the village. Protect yourself at all times.
Oh, Village Swamp.
No, the Olympic Village. They get it in. They get it in. All right. This has been another episode of Sports4U. I'm John.
Some cake to Nick?
Okay, it's time to go. I'm John. That's Mark. You see Nick Freeze in the comment section. Go wish him a happy birthday tomorrow. Shout out to everybody who's watching. We'll see y'all on Tuesday. Peace.
Send them some titties.
Out.
Make sure you dress them